among the university students. They went ahead to spoke with the community elders and they asked, okay, how can we help that? They used your knowledge and they started by planting.
Is it fine like this?
And they introduced it into the local community. So the community came up with different ways to like plant more. And somebody
Because they are four. So you want to cover everybody, cover the four of them.
So we can say like now they are planted
like for the video you can just take like first shot like sometimes you cut it, then you go closer to the person speaking. But when you are going closer like
and protect what and engage the boys with. When we look at it, how into your
So thank you very much. Before we got on here, I was having a conversation with her, and it was about your level of stress by a certain amount. So those times you are not just spending time with each other, you are actually helping yourself and all graded environment. When you start with the environment, like let's say you are cluttering an environment, you're helping them sort out the trash and all of that. Just
your media connection, see for only those that have access to what do you talk about topics that are undeserved? So how do you reach out to them?
Yeah, so for this kind of communities, like the social media, I talk about social media like it's a great thing. But the undeserved communities, do you mean communities that they don't have access to? Okay, so those kind of communities, I feel like it's the people that have access to this information that would actually like go down to those places. So like for example, someone like saw my store and the person is passionate about something that relates to the marine life. So it's those people that have to advocate to go down to those undeserved communities. Like you have to like actually reach those places. Since you can, since they don't like have access to like one kind, so you have to like be there physically and like advocate.
You are trying to manage one wife, you are managing 4 wives, and some are managing more than that. We have families that are. I have an uncle that have over 74 children. So we shouldn't talk about the figure because. So okay, generally, if you come to Makoko community, some years ago, over 100 years ago, when our dad talked to us about the community, they were like different people. When you say Badak, I was like, from Badak, she one of us, she our sister. So you stay there, you don't speak it when you don't talk. Okay, so in Makoko, we have different people. We have Ijo, we have Ilaje, we have Igbo, we have Hausa. So we have Ekun people. Although we are more than every other tribes, we have percent of other tribes. Hello. And we're on the land, we're also on the water. Okay. If you go to the community now, we have houses on the land, we have houses on the water. We have people on the water that have never visited the land before in their entire life. They don't even like coming on the land. They are afraid. They are totally afraid because maybe their father have not even stepped on the land. Why would they go on the land? So they don't. You know, people live there. Schools are there. Churches are there. We have football fields there. So normal life are there, and we have people whereby they do fishing business in their own entire life. They go to the ocean. We have
kind of know welcome. Okay, let me explain. The last song we went there and we tried to speak to other people. They said no, they know us. We want to go and use them to make money. So before we can do anything, we need to pay. So okay, no, this a free something we are bringing to the community. We also sought for money to build these things here. It's not for any sake, but they insisted on no. Is either we go back or we actually have to pay our way out. So I want to, my question is that if we want to make an initiative or anything that will help the community, what is the best way to build about it? When we meet those that want to make us out or see that want to
every community. Not include me. Everybody in the Makoko community are not the same. I'm sorry to say that. We are not the same. I have seen the level of even exploring ways and see a lot of people. But I know what I'm doing. I feel happy. If you haven't out to meet my father, you know there is different category of people in this Makoko. People are actually different. You can't want to bring something to support and they are charging you for money. It's not good. It's not, it's very bad. This is why we have this meeting. This is why we have this gathering. And this is why we have to bring here. And we understand not the first person you meet now. There are still other places you go back. So we can share contact. We can tell any other person to come to Makoko. Go to her. She don't know people now. Bale know her very well now. Bale know her. So when you left, there is another joke, and they wanted to China. They are also students. They wanted to do it and they never prepared it. Yeah, my friend, it's siren. I don't know about it. They put it in front of my office. I didn't me. I'm going to this class student. You know, they are students, they go back and tell others. Before we know, they are coming in. Some lecturers in the West States in the past. I know where they got my contact from. They said something to. And they talked to them, they asked them to come. They met him about daddy. Gave him some little cash. I don't know. So welcome. It's part of it. They gave daddy a drink. And that I still welcome some people to the meeting. And they said they want to also beautiful just to do some kind of thing. It's very important. Different people have come to my people, they have said, it just mentioned people on fire. It started from somewhere. Today is somewhere. I know Betty Abba, I don't know people, all the some school. Different people, go and check them, they are nowhere. Emmanuel Aduzi, different people have worked with them. Thank you. So, some people will tell you to bring money, some people will tell you to come and do it.
A lot of people I knew they say that they are the future. And that's part of that will be coming another capacity. I see announce they are fast becoming phase the level of 5 to 7 months today should have been guided through education or something like that. But at that time, they actually question questions and feel where are the parents of the children. And sometimes in the evening, I do observe from level 12 plus that's you know what I'm talking about because I've been there. So what are the strategies? To guide to know the children because they are the future of the nation of the community.
That is why we have an orphanage, even as an EDG. But the government, they have, let me use the word, they have bought some of our stakeholders. They have swallowed some of their mind. They are using it because the only thing I have noticed, sorry, I'm 35, I'll be 36 February 1st. The only thing I've noticed the government have in Makoko is just the small primary school at Makoko Primary School. It's not if to say concerning Makoko said the school said is not even in Makoko. It's just alone. You understand? So that's the only investment they have. That's the only school. In 2009, I worked with an initiative with WHO, and we won the debate in Etiosa. I was the youngest among them because as the General Secretary of Lagos Mainland, we were fighting for the primary health care center. They should give us one in Akoko. We cried for many years. Treated entrance offices in Ikeja. Generally, we went to Abuja. He later approved one in 2011. Ask me where's the building. Oh. Just ask me where's the building. A lady came to me yesterday, right in my daddy palace, there where we had that program. I used to call her manager, and she called me pastor, greeted me very well. People give me my normal respect, even though they are older than me. It's how I've lived my life. She was like, mo tún gbọ́ pé ọmọ kan tún kú nínú family, mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ọmọ kù mí ni. Ó ní, ó ti ń pọ̀ jù, kí wọ́n lọ bímọ kán máa kú, ó ti ń pọ̀ jù. Mo ní, dáàdì mi ti pinnu pé òun máa lọ́ọ̀kì gbogbo hospitals. Ó ní, with all our efforts, with all the improvements, the building they gave us, 3-story building, Global Health Care Center, they approved the land, they gave us a land. They built what do you call this house? This small house. Is it bungalow? Which one? That small house. Yes, that what kind of small hut is that? They built the house. It's not a bamboo, they use brick, but it looks like a very small house. They call it Global Health Care Center. They did not bring any doctor, they did not bring anything. Except NGOs, they want to do free medical, choose on or balance. They want to come and do something. Church people, they want to do their December program. Let's go fishing, December, Easter, this. That's why we have medical programs. Hospitals in Makoko are not functioning. They are not functioning. Now, coming back to, sir, what you have said, the children, things are very difficult in Nigeria now. Life is very difficult. To live is very difficult. And our mothers, before they used to buy fish 7,000, man, fish 7,000. They will gain a whole lot of money, have a lot of profit. Today, they are buying the fish 35, 40 something thousand. 40 something thousand, and they will still buy firewood. They will see the person that will smoke the fish for them. They will buy Ororo. You know what Ororo is saying? All this.
And my political that I'm very happy. But I feel don't be proud. Just put it out the house. Let's maintain costs and order as those. I think it's a time also to stop this manual dismissal, right? Did we gain a lot of field service from us also? And more insights and more. So thank you so much for coming. Let's have a short.
Did this was because when Lekan Bakare Foundation came to our community, they told us that our thought we do not understand. Me, I thought, the old people were shouting, to be honest. Sorry, we used to call it clo. So they were like, when we found this in the water, we should drink it. They will bring it to this place. They will take care of it. The people were like, I'm Angelio. So And the first thing that came to my mind was what this, and so I think we tried.
Yeah, it looked very well like
I think we tried. So most often I was telling my brother how we're doing the noise of duration, not everybody brings out to the restaurant because it's very scary and noisy. And most of these creatures, they love going down deeper down the water to get their food to eat. Praise the Lord.
The ocean, if you want in the ocean, shark. Under here we have a turtle. You can see that. Here we have an octopus. Down here, you can see it's octopus. We live in the ocean and live in the sky. So we're having a sky view, like the shark is coming out, just go back into the ocean. Do you have any questions?
Do you have questions for them?
Do you have question for our group?
Yes.
The shark is the business now. Également, des écosystèmes. Des world of and ecosystems. Trying it like really by those and they actually function in the soul black function of omega 3 for eyes vitamin D for eyes.
This one is public. Thank you very much.
Reason why we choose parrotfishes, you mostly find parrotfish where you see coral reefs. So due to the loss of our coral reefs in Nigeria, we decided to draw something that represents it. So here we have a parrotfish.